So out of all of the main characters from my webcomic, Now Another Cliche, Ackee is my absolute fave. You probably could have guessed that just from looking at my Instagram. I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, I kinda draw her a lot more often than any of my other characters. But if you've been with me since 2016, then you might remember a short little comic I did called Nervous Kelly. Actually, you probably don't because it was terrible, honestly. Now, you may see certain similarities between Ackee and Kelly in the looks department, and that's because at the time, I really liked Kelly's design. And when I finished Nervous Kelly, I didn't just want to get rid of it completely, so I kind of decided to revamp her design instead. And that's how Ackee was born. However, I did end up completely changing Ackee's personality, which is why I don't consider Ackee and Kelly to be the same character anymore. Well, that and the fact that they have different names, and Ackee's older. If anything, I'd say Kelly's personality is more similar to Sky's, but even then, that's kind of a stretch. Believe it or not, Nervous Kelly was something I made for a university project, since at the time I was studying animation. So I did an animated version for like the first few pages. I just didn't upload that version anywhere because 1, the file sizes were too big for Tapas to handle, and 2, when I tried to make the file smaller, the quality basically yeeted into oblivion. At the time, I was really obsessed with the storybook animated scenes from the game Alice Madness Returns, so I was trying to learn how to animate like that. It was a fun experiment. I kind of ended up changing the original ending because I ran out of time. Gotta hit those deadlines, am I right? Which is also why the last few pages look super rushed. But I mean, I still got a good grade out of it, and in the end, isn't that all that matters? Anyway, let's get back to Ackee's character introduction. Ackee is the second character you were introduced to in my comic, and she is full of sarcasm. I mean, all of my characters are sarcastic to some extent, but Ackee's is multiplied by sass and pettiness. Originally, when I was first deciding what her personality was gonna be, I was playing around with different cliches, hence the title of the comic. One of the cliches I was playing around with was the whole "friendship is power, I'm super positive, together we can do anything" trope that you see a lot in anime and cartoons. But then I remembered how annoying I actually find those characters. Like, don't get me wrong, I love watching those kind of shows from time to time, and I get the overall message. It is good to be able to forgive people if they mess up sometimes, and it takes a strong person to be able to forgive people when they've hurt you. But it's also okay not to forgive people. Sometimes they don't deserve it. Sometimes people don't learn from their actions and don't want to change. And you don't have to always be the bigger person, which is a kind of character I wanted Ackee to be. Ackee is not a doormat and can be very blunt at times, which can rub people the wrong way. If you've seen Ackee's original character sheet, I think I wrote something like, she's optimistic, sympathetic, and weeby for her personality, which she still is. However, like I mentioned before, she's also incredibly petty, but patient. And when I say petty, I'm talking about the kind of pettiness where if you've done something bad that will affect Ackee in a negative way, she's going to return that energy right back at you. Like, she's gonna ruin your whole career, reputation, and everything you hold dear. And I mean, yeah, she could just murder the person instead, but that's just not petty enough. Let's be real. I feel like a lot of characters, particularly female characters, are just expected to be nice and forgiving no matter how horrible they've been treated. And I'm just like, no, people can be nice and also have a backbone. And you are allowed to stand up for yourself when you need to. Another cliche trope I was playing around with was the Dory trope that's in a lot of anime. So Ackee originally was gonna be a yandere, which if you don't know what a yandere is, oh boy, aren't you a pure summer child? Nah, but basically a yandere is a character who at first seems really cute and sweet, but will literally murder for that D, if you know what I mean. But I didn't want Ackee to be the kind of person whose whole life revolves around a love interest, because I mean, yanderes, they're kind of obsessive. So I'm super glad I decided not to make Ackee a yandere, which kind of just happened naturally while writing the script. In a way, Ackee is still kind of like a yandere. She has like yandere aspects. It's just, instead of a full-on murder, she's just gonna make everyone hate you. She's a mild yandere, if you will. Anyway, if you'd like to see more of my work or read my comic early, then consider supporting me on Patreon. At the moment, I'm only posting Knack on Patreon, just until I have enough episodes to start posting on Tapas again, since I want to be consistent with posting throughout the month, and not have too many hiatuses. I'm not gonna say when I'm gonna start posting on Tapas again, since I don't want to get anyone's hopes up if I end up missing the deadline or something, but I'll let you know on my Instagram and Twitter, so you should probably follow me on those if you haven't yet. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye!